all during the week, it's how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And some room to work. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for first and goal, but they'll take it.
Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw the first one of this game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50. 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Jets are a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
He finds Wilson.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Throwing is Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I like the play action there on second and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action. Looks like a run. And try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. John Franklin Myers in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Fourth down. Here's Wilson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 7 from the 20.
Now it's Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
Looking to throw. Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. Now they'll run on the brawl. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Warrior 17. Buffalo 18. Come back team! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Mustang 19!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall as time expires in the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
Touchdown, Jets! From 6 yards away. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Jermaine Johnson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well,
it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for him to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Here's the Jets punter now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up the efforts of this defense.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
On first down, Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd down and goal. Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
John Franklin Myers.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
They're going to look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Let's go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road now.